What's up, guys? How's it going? MikeTheTech here, and today I wanted to talk about HTK Group, or the Hacker's Toolkit. This is a new game I'm working on, and I'm really excited about it, and it should appeal to the tinkerers and mystery, I guess, escape room style gamers. If you like those types of games and things where you have to solve puzzles and such, this is going to be a great one. Before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out to Todd M and Leslie Media. Thank you so much for being channel supporters. If you want to support this channel, click on that join or thanks button below. So HTK is a fictional hacking group, and they've recruited you into their group. Essentially, you can jump in and accept quests or missions and do jobs for a virtual currency, kind of like a virtual crypto. And there's a ton of really fun effects that make it seem super realistic. It's a mixed reality game. So the first thing is if we go to the actual page where you can purchase it, this is the planned versioning of what everything is going to look like. So we actually have a UI that they'll open up in an app and log in to their HTK Group account. All the apps run as Windows programs, so they look at like you're actually running a program to do certain tasks, and many of the programs will actually work, like unzipping a file or encrypting something might actually unzip a file so you can view what's inside. Port scanners will scan ports. If you enter an IP address of a game server, it will return the actual ports that are open in that. We have other types of tools, like you could do a whois lookup, and if it's a server in game, it'll give you the relevant information. If it's not, it'll actually search real servers and look up their real information. So let me show you one of the apps. The first terminal you get, it's all command prompt based, and this is a real Windows command prompt. You can see it's running in Windows, not just in Windows, in System 32, so it's command prompt. And this is the first version of the app they get. As they go through the game, they end up unlocking better software that the devs within the group have created, and you'll need to earn crypto to unlock those. So we can enter a username, and then we have a password. You'll see that it has the current date and time, crypto wallet balance, and network IP. This is the real local IP address. I made it local, not the real IP. That way it won't actually affect people who are streaming it. And you have your C prompt. So if we type in info, we can get some information on some of the tools. So we have whois, port scanners, tracer T, things like that. Let me actually move this to the other window so I can open it up in code. I'll show you guys some of the actual code involved with making the game. All right, so we'll press enter to go back. Now, let's say we want to enter the port scanner. Let's go ahead and type in port scanner. And this is enter an IP address to scan. So the IP address that I've entered as a fake one is 75.8.244.12. And you'll see that it goes through a user interface scanning the ports. And it tells us that port 21 is blocked, SSH is blocked, Telnet's blocked, but HTTP is vulnerable. So now we have an IP address and a port that we can attack. So let's go ahead and go back. And all of the tools actually work. So for example, if we wanted to do a whois lookup, we can type whois, and then we can type in google.com. And you'll see that it actually has the register information, location, and everything for the domain in the ICANN database. So this is all the real information, and then we just press enter, and it takes us back to our terminal where we can do other tools and such. I'm setting up a bulletin board. so that we can see threads and software that they could purchase, repositories for things that they've already unlocked. And for threads, we can type in threads, or actually just type in the number 1, and we can do either one of those, and it'll take us to the open threads. And you can see that there are 3 current threads in the bulletin board. Welcome to the group, new recruits, a novel idea, and your first job from Pyro. So we have all these different threads that you can go into and read, and if you want to accept them, you can accept those jobs from there. Eventually, as you get new software, you'll be able to actually download certain things. For example, even to start the game, you'll have to go to the main website, and the password for the encrypted file is somewhere on this page, and you'll actually have to find that. Using your deduction and hacking skills, you're going to have to figure out what the password is for that. And then once you get it, you'll unlock the tool. And then there's going to be a lot of hidden cryptography online when you're solving puzzles. You'll have to read through logs and go to actual websites online, download actual torrents to get pieces of files, things like that. So it's going to be a really interactive experience, and I'm really excited about it. Let me know what you think about this project, and oh yeah, the code itself. So everything is actually coded inside of Visual Studio Code, but really it's coded right in Notepad. I started working on it in Notepad, and that's basically how I wrote the app. Now I just use Visual Studio Code because it gives me the option of saving with a certain data type. So I have to set the encoding to Windows 1252 so that I could use some of the visuals that I'm using, such as the loading bar inside of Command Prompt. But this is just a batch file. And all the code is done within this batch file to recreate all of the in-game effects. So you can see it gets our real date, real time, all of that great information. And then these are real apps from real creators like Whois and WhoisCL that are run within the batch file as well. So there'll be lots of really cool stuff and system stuff that we can actually do with the game itself. So it's going to be really exciting. Let me know what you think of this project in the comment section below, and I look forward to continuing development. Peace.
What? You've never heard of Stream Savers? And you thought PewDiePie was the only YouTuber to make a game? I made a game too, and it's called Stream Savers, and it's available for pre-order right now for $9.99. And that's a great price.